Hello, my friends. This show is brought to you by GetMeTheGeek.com, a well-known IT solutions company here in the St. Louis area, but helping companies all across the country and in other areas around the globe. They are truly your go-to company when it comes to anything IT needs. They have helped me so many different ways when it comes to having a better stream, having a better system. I've bought 2 laptops from them, and I have my PC from them. They truly know how to help you move forward in your business. They truly want to take the SH out of IT. Check out GetMeTheGeek.com. Use code SMN show for 10% discount. Now, this discount does not include hardware, but don't let that stop you because they truly have some great pricing. So I can see why they don't want to add additional discounts on it because they already have amazing pricing. My friends, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is episode 47 of the Social Media Networking Show. The whole focus is to keep you updated on all things that matter to your business around social media. So, of course, there's always so much going on in the social media world, but that's not what this is about. I just want to keep you updated on things that matter to your business. Let's go ahead and get into it, my friends. So, what is in the news this week? Well, the first thing I want to talk about is Microsoft and them showing LinkedIn ads on your Windows locked screen. So if you have a PC and you know how the locked screen will come up, maybe it's timed out or you're just getting in, you're just logging in. Well, now you may see some LinkedIn ads. Now, if you don't want to see those type of ads, make sure you go into your settings to turn that feature off. But if you may already know, Microsoft owns LinkedIn. Okay, so you can see why they would do such a thing. Number one, to get you more exposure because they truly do want to give you the best bang for your buck when you're on LinkedIn, right? They want to help you grow your business. They want to be the premier place for your business. Unlike Facebook, they allow you to share links. They want you to advertise your business. They want you to share about your business and not always expecting you to pay for it. But at the same time, if you're doing LinkedIn ads, they want those ads to be seen in more places. You, on the other hand, as the PC user, maybe you don't want to have ads on your screen. So go into your settings, turn that off if you do not want that to be seen. Okay, so that is in the news this week. That has just been announced that you'll probably be seeing it if you haven't already seen it. So what else is in the news? Well, now LinkedIn has native video, and what I mean by that is you can actually stay on LinkedIn and have like one-to-one meetings with businesses, right? Maybe someone wants to interview you, or maybe you want to interview somebody. Now you can have one-to-one video meetings without the need of a third-party service like Zoom or something. You can stay on the LinkedIn platform and have your one-to-one meeting right there. So that is a little late, in my opinion, on how long it's taken LinkedIn to get here. You know, like, even though they're still one of the premier platforms out there and one of the best ones when it comes to business or business to consumers, why is it taking you so long to do this? You have Microsoft's budget, right? Why did it take you so long? It doesn't even matter. But at the same time, like, geez, how long did you plan on this happening? Like, finally they have it, so now you can use it. If you don't see it available yet, just a matter of time because they are rolling this out to everybody. So what else is in the news this week, my friends? So Reddit you guys are familiar with a very popular Reddit. Okay, Reddit is a forum where people go to ask questions, share their feedback, give opinions, get opinions, the whole 9 yards. And according to Reddit, most iOS users should already have this button giving them the option to directly see videos like this or share. Okay, right now it's only available for iOS. Now, in time, I'm sure they're going to be doing this for all of the Android users as well, but at the same time, look at what TikTok is doing. So now Reddit launches TikTok style video feed, so you can click on it and look at the videos in a TikTok manner, scroll, watch, and things like that. It's amazing what TikTok is doing to change everything up, right? My gosh, everyone is paying attention and everyone is trying to get in on this video platform. So now with Reddit, you can swipe up to check out the next video. Now, you have to have an iPhone, iPad, iOS system for now. But it's just a matter of time, right, before they launch this to more people to see this, but I think this is interesting. As you know, if you've been following the show, back in December of 2020, I announced how Reddit has purchased Dubsmash. And Dubsmash is basically TikTok competitor, right? Very similar to TikTok. So since Reddit has bought this, guess what? Obviously, they're taking this to the next level on the Reddit platform. They're looking to get more into this short form video, just like TikTok, just like all these other companies that are doing these type of little short form videos. So I think it's also interesting that TikTok is just like changing the whole world when it comes to this stuff, and why did Musical.ly not last? It was the same platform, right? Who knows? TikTok took over and did something right, right? So what else is in the news, my friends? Well, if I could press that button, Instagram is testing ads in the Shops tab. So don't be surprised if you see where you might have the option of purchasing maybe some beauty supplies or some, face paint or whatever it is. But this is for US based partners only so far, like Away or Fenty Beauty or Claire Paint. And so in the shop tab, you will see the option to shop on there, okay? So these ads will have like a single type image or even a carousel of images, and it will be shoppable, where you will see this and you can click on it and then shop away on Instagram. So they're making it, again, e-commerce is a big deal right now, especially after the pandemic. Everyone's wanting to do a lot more online, So now Instagram is testing ads in the shop tab of Instagram. So stay tuned to watch more of that and what's going on. So what else is in the news? The last thing to talk about is Google Podcasting making some changes. They are making some changes to their platform. And these changes, basically what they're doing is you have to meet certain podcast requirements. And I will share some of this. So some of these that Google is recommending for you to be eligible to appear on the news feed, the recommendation feed, where Google's going to recommend it. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still be on the Google podcast and get, people can still follow, they can, subscribe, but in order to be recommended, there are certain things that have to be met. So for example, you have to have a valid crawlable image. Now, this image must be accessible to Google. It cannot be blocked to Google's crawlers, or it cannot require a login. So the image And you can easily go check it by just going over to Google Podcasts and do a search for your podcast and see if the image comes up, because then you know it's okay, right? So this is also part of some of the changes that they are making with that area of expertise that they're wanting to focus on. And so with it comes as well is the whatever it is. Let me show this to you guys. Some of these changes. Let me show you these changes. So as you can see, I'm sharing the announcements here from Google. Okay, and you can see upcoming changes. Now here is what you want to be conscious of. So these requirements provide information that allow Google and podcast listeners to better understand what your podcast is about. The new requirements will only be applicable at the show level, elements directly under the channel tag. Okay, below is a summary of these changes. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can see that a little more. Okay, so podcast RSS feeds must include a valid crawlable image. You specify the image for your podcast using any of these elements. Okay, so you specify the image by, it could be Google Play, image. It could be iTunes image or the image. Okay, so this is how you specify the image for your podcast. Now, right here it shares, you can check if you have a valid crawlable image by searching for your podcast on Google Podcasts. If you see your podcast artwork, then you are meeting this requirement. If you don't see podcast artwork that you selected for your podcast, follow these troubleshooting steps. Make sure that Googlebot is not blocked by robots.txt from indexing. More details can be found at the developer page. So another one, podcast RSS feeds must include a description. A user-friendly description of your podcast must be included using any one of these elements. Okay? So, and here's the truth. If you're with a reputable like Spotify, Anchor, Buzzsprout, there's a good chance they're already going to have these updates ready for you. But you still want to make sure of it on here. Okay? So description, Google Play : description. It has to be one of these elements. And as you can tell, these are HTML tags. Okay? So another requirement, podcast RSS feeds must include an author. The iTunes : author or Google Play author, author element must be populated with the name of the organization that you want to appear to listeners as the author of your podcast. This is not the same as the podcast owner requirement, which is the next point below. Okay? So right here, podcast RSS feeds must define a correctly formatted owner email address. So it must have a valid email address, okay? Another requirement, podcast RSS feeds must include correctly formatted links to a valid home page. That's another requirement. And you can find this under Podcast Manager Help on Google Support. Or you can just Google, if you have a podcast, there's a good chance you got this notice, because I actually got this notice in my email. That's how I knew about this update. So those are the updates when it comes to changes to Google podcasting requirements. So you're gonna want to make sure that you're up to date on this. As myself, this SMN show is on Google Podcasts. So of course, I'm gonna want to make sure that I'm up to date on all this. My friends, if you got some value from this show, please smash that subscribe button, click on that notification bell, let YouTube know that you got some value from this. It will go a long way. It'll help my channel and it'll help you stay on top. It lets YouTube know you got some value. When I upload stuff, show it to you. And of course, I thank you in advance for subscribing. I'm Manny Rodriguez. If you're not too sure how to use social media for your business, just call your Puerto Rican friend. I'm here to help. Have a great day. Peace.